What's going on, everyone? So Los Angeles Lakers are currently the 2 seed at the time of recording this video. Obviously this early, it's going to fluctuate constantly. But Lakers are 12-4, right? They're doing everything that they need to do. And they're winning games despite being a bottom 5 3-point team. Now, they're bottom 5 in 3-point attempts. They're bottom 5 in 3-point percentage. So much so, even JJ Redick called it out and basically was like, dude, these guys need to figure out how to make shots. JJ Redick said, I told the guys after the game, we're literally one of the worst shooting teams in the NBA right now. I don't think that's who we are. We've got to make shots and we've got to shoot them with confidence. And I agree. I don't think they're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in all of basketball, but I don't think that they're, one of the worst, one of the bottom 5. I mean, Rui is shooting ridiculous, but honestly, I think the Lakers, especially if they're going to play him in the role that they're playing him, they need to get him more looks. They need to get him more threes because, get it, the guy's shooting like 50% from the 3-point range and he's getting like 4 attempts, right? Like, it's like your best 3-point shooter is shooting the lowest volume. A big part of the Lakers' poor shooting really boils down to Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. I mean, those two guys are not shooting the 3 ball well, but they're our highest volume 3-point shooters, right? So when your two guys that are taking half, if not more, of your 3-point attempts are shooting the 3 ball poorly, it's kind of hard to be a good 3-point shooting team. If Luka's shooting 50% from 3 on 12 attempts and Austin Reaves is shooting 40% on 9 attempts or whatever, yeah, you're probably one of the best 3-point teams in all of basketball. But when they're not and they're shooting, 30%, 33%, like, you're going to have your struggles. You're not going to be a good 3-point shooting team. So Luka's always kind of been streaky, right? He'll have those games where he's just like, 8 of 12, or he'll have those games where he is clutch in the 3 range, which is good. Like, when you need a big 3, he'll usually knock them down. It's like Shaq with his free throws. But Luka's got to be better shooting the 3 ball, especially the volume in which he takes, right? You're not talking about a guy that's taking like 3 or 4 a game. I mean, you look on the season thus far, right? He is taking, on average, he's taking 22.7 field goal attempts per game, right? He's taking 11 3-point attempts. So half of his attempts are coming from 3. And he is shooting 31.1%. Last season for the Lakers, he shot 38% on just under 10. Right? So if he's giving you that, if he can get his 3-point shot back up and he can get you to 38%, right? Then on 11 attempts, you're probably a good 3-point shooting team, right? You'll probably be one of the better 3-point shooting teams. But when Luka's shooting, again, he's shooting 30%, 31.1%. You want to be exact. 31.1%. That is terrible. If that continues, that'll be his worst 3-point shooting season of his career, right? And look, Luka's been ridiculous, playing at MVP level. Right? This isn't to like, Luka's trash or anything. Like, it's nothing like that. But it is. Again, we're talking about 3-point shooting. We're talking about your highest 3-point attempt guy is shooting 31.1%. He's got to pick that up. He's got to get to a higher clip. He's got to get to, because again, even if he gets to 36%, that's a drastic difference. Talking another 4%. Now Lakers might be in, the bottom 10 rather than the bottom 5, right? And that could be the difference between you winning more games or not, especially when you're taking 11 of those a game. Look at Austin Reaves. Again, Austin Reaves is another guy. He's worse, right? Like, he's like, you want to talk about streaky. Austin Reaves, and I've talked about this for years. Austin Reaves is streaky. He's one or the other, right? He's either 2 of 9 from 3 or he's like 7 of 9 from 3. He is all over the place. But again, another guy, 8 attempts. He's taking 8 attempts. So between Luka and Austin Reaves, they are taking 19 3-point attempts a game on average. Think about that. 19 3-point attempts a game on average, right? Guess how much Austin Reaves is shooting the 3 ball? 31.1%. So you have Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, both guys who are taking the 2 most threes on the team. Both guys are shooting 31.1% from 3. On the dot. Again, literally, look it up. 31.1%. So you have, again, 19 threes. You're shooting 31.1% from 3-point range. That's why your 3-point shooting's bad, right? Like, I mean, again, let's call it like it is, right? Like, don't get me wrong. Team as a whole, Jake LaRavia can be inconsistent shooting the 3 ball at times. Marcus Smart, he's never really been a great 3-point shooter, but, he can kind of be inconsistent. A lot of guys, Gabe Vincent, all these guys have been very inconsistent shooting the 3 ball, but they're not the volume guys. right? They're not the guys taking 19 of them. You have 19 of your attempts coming from two guys, and they're your worst three-point shooters. Right? Like, again, it's like you need to, part of us being better from three is feeding the hot hand. I think LeBron, he's going, and I think that's really going to come down to it too. Look, there's bad games, bad outlier games, talking about as a team, not LeBron, right? Talking about like as a team, there are outlier games, right? Guys have, bad shooting nights, guys have good shooting nights, stuff like that, right? But again, it's as a team, you need to be able to consistently hit shots. Imagine if the Lakers could knock down the three at even like a 36% clip, right? Like, it's night and day. You're probably OKC at that point, right? Like, so again, you look at this Lakers team, LeBron James coming back. I think LeBron is probably going to be another high volume three guy. I think he probably gets his 3-point attempts up to probably, I wouldn't be shocked if he's at like 8 a game. Right now on the season, again, we only have 2 games, so, you can't really judge him, but he's averaging 3.5 attempts right now. He's shooting 28.6%. Again, he just got back. This isn't to like add to, again, Luka and Austin Reaves are a problem right now. They need to knock down those threes. LeBron, I'm not saying is part of the problem or anything like that yet. 2 games back. Let's give him some sample size. But LeBron James, you look at last season, shot 38% on 6 attempts, right? The previous year shot 41% on 5.1 attempts. I think he gets up to, he's probably my guess, and I could be wrong. At bare minimum, he'll probably be 5 or 6 attempts. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets to like 8 attempts split, especially playing more off ball, playing off of Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves, right? So if he really does continue to commit to kind of playing more off of those two, then I really do think that you're going to see just more 3-point attempts from LeBron as the season progresses. But he's another guy that could be a big difference. I talked about this when he was first coming back, and we were talking, and I said, his 3-point shooting is going to be key for this team, because if he's another 31% guy this season, Lakers are probably not going to be a great 3-point shooter. Probably going to really struggle. But if LeBron is, 38% from 3-point range on 8 attempts, right? And now between Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reaves, you're getting basically all your 3-point attempts from, right? Like, that'll better balance things out a little bit. Obviously Luka and Austin Reaves shooting 31.1% from 3-point range isn't going to cut it, right? Luka and Austin Reaves have to figure it out. I trust Luka more to figure out the 3-point shot because he has been more consistent over the years. I mean, he's had seasons where his 3 balls is a real weapon, right? Austin Reaves' problem is he's always been very streaky and inconsistent, right? Basically since he came into the league. Right, even the years where he was, 38% from 3-point range, he was like old school LeBron, right? Where, LeBron would have a month where he's like 28% from 3-point range, and then he'd have another month where it's like he's like 82%, right? It's just like he just has these like stretches where he's lights out, and then he has these stretches where he's like abysmal, and it all just kind of roundabout averages. Because remember, it's an average on the season, right? So it's not like an average for like a game or anything. Like averages out to 38% or whatever. That's kind of what Reaves has been. Reaves is that guy, like he'll have this stretch. He'll have like a 7-game stretch where he's like, 60% from 3-point range, and guy can't miss. And then he'll have like a 5-game stretch where he's like 20%, and the guy can't hit a 3 to save his life. But you're even seeing it this season, right? Again, he's like 2 of 9 from 3, or he's like 7 of 9 from 3. It's either he's lights out or he's really struggling. You even saw it in the playoffs last year. His 3-point attempts went up, and he was abysmal shooting the 3 ball, right? Each season, I've talked about this. Now, luckily, Austin Reaves has picked it up over the years, but I've talked about this with Austin Reaves. Last 2 seasons in particular, last year of Darvin Ham, and then last year with JJ Redick, he started off poorly offensively. I mean, he was so bad with Darvin Ham. Remember, Darvin Ham benched him, right? So he's last 2 seasons has really struggled, period. And then as the season progressed, he got more and more comfortable shooting the 3 ball. And then he had that stretch, where he was just getting great until we got to the playoffs. And then he just disappeared in the playoffs. So I'm hoping we have a similar result where, Reaves he just needs to get in a rhythm. He'll get that. He'll go on that stretch. He'll average out to, whatever, 38% on the season, because they'll just go on a great stretch to finish, the back end of the season. Luka will get right and get back into his season, then he'll kind of average out to 37%. LeBron if he can get to like 37%, all of a sudden now you could look at it and the Lakers might actually be a good 3-point shooting team. We might look up and go like, wow, like Lakers are actually pretty good. And then hopefully that carries over to the playoffs, because my concern is that doesn't carry over into the playoffs. But really it boils down to Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves. That's what it is. Talking about, again, 19 field goal attempts are from 3-point range from those two guys. And both guys are shooting 31.1%. So that means on 19 attempts a game, Lakers are shooting 31.1%. Remove everything else, right? Like the rest, we're not shooting 38 threes a game. So again, it's not like, oh, well, that's only half. Like, no, literally that's like 80% of our 3-point attempts. We're shooting 31.1% from 3-point range. Luka Doncic and Austin Reaves have to be better from 3-point range. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.